water. And if you want a towel or anything like that, you can grab that as well. But for now, we're just going to warm up the whole body because we are definitely going to hit every single muscle group, whether it is a strength training exercise or a mobility exercise. And throughout, so this is going to be, we'll have a few rests in there, but as much as possible, we're going to sort of move directly from one exercise to the next. So just follow along, grab water as you need it, and we'll rock and roll. Then we can stop. All right, arms all the way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Into some butt kicks. Keep that going. All right, into those butt kicks. Just looking to get that heart rate up a little bit right now. Wake everything up. It's a great gross Saturday morning here. I don't know about there, but I feel like it's going to be one of those days that if I don't wake up now, it's just not going to happen. 3, 2, and 1 into your high kicks. We'll push through these dynamic exercise fairly quickly, simply because we are going to get started with a little bit more mobility. And so we'll be able to sort of continue to stretch as we move through the workout. Just waking everything up, paying attention to anything that feels tight. Think about anything that you did tomorrow that might cause some aches and pains today. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and switch into those knees to chest. Boom, open, and drop. So we're definitely hitting total body today. And we're going to work in some sort of compound, I'm going to call them compound exercises, sort of some mobility work into some exercises that we already know. Just to dive a little bit deeper. Last one here. And drop the leg to the ground. Nice wide stance. All right, we're going to skip the reaches this morning. We're going to go right to the toe touches. Simply because, again, we're going to sort of dive into a little bit more mobility at the start of this workout. So I know that the body will sort of wake up and be ready to go. Good time to tie shoes. All right, so throughout the workout, if we are doing mobility or if we are doing a strength training exercise, take it nice and slow, keep your pace slow to moderate, thinking about form for the most part. And then when we do throw in those cardio sessions, you're going to take it up a notch really, really quickly because they're sort of few and far between and you just want to get the most out of them. Let's go down for 2 more stretches. And down. All right, and back up to the top. Go ahead and shake the legs out. All right, I want to get the ankles and the hips real quick before we dive in. Slight staggered stance here with the right foot in front, and you're going to put all your weight on your right heel, and then go ahead and roll up the side. Use your knee to sort of trace an outline of that foot. And again, take it nice and slowly. Do 3 or 4 in one direction, and then 3 or 4 in the other. You really want to be thinking about, all right, what's my knee doing? What's my ankle doing here? Does any of this hurt? If not, can I add a little bit more weight, a little bit more movement? Just waking everything up. When you've done 3 in each direction, go ahead and switch sides. And again, start slow. You don't have to put all of your weight into this at first. Find that comfort zone. And then as long as nothing hurts, you can push that comfort zone a little bit. 3 or 4 in one direction and 3 or 4 in the other direction. Getting those joints to move in different ways here. Boom. And then you're going to go ahead and shake it out. All right, we're going to dive in here. So you're going to want your mat set up right from the get-go. And I think that this first exercise that we're going to dive into is sort of the most mishmash of exercises. That's the whole thing. So we'll get it out of the way right from the get-go. We're going inchworm, into a push-up, into a cobra, into a down dog, and then back to finish the inchworm. Obviously, I'm going to do each and every one of these reps with you, so I'll walk you through it as we go. But here we go. We're going to dive in here. Ignoring that time, we have a couple seconds here. So go ahead, stand at the top of the mat, roll those shoulders back, couple big rolls, just getting ready. Then you're going to reach for the toes, walk those hands out into high plank. Once you're there, go ahead and give me a push-up. Drop the hips to the mat into that full cobra, sink into the stretch. And then you're going to go from there, tuck the toes under, push the hips up towards the ceiling, down dog, and walk the hands towards the toes. So again, walk them out. Into that high plank position. Give me a push-up. Nice and slow, lower the hips to the ground into that cobra. Toes back under, lift the hips towards the ceiling and walk the hands towards the feet. Here we go, one more time. Walk those hands out into high plank position. Push up. Bring the hips down to the mat into that cobra. Good stretch here. And then tuck the toes back under, hips up to the ceiling. And we'll walk the hands towards the toes. All right, stay here. We're going to walk them back out and find that high plank position. Lock in that plank form. And then we're just going to alternate deep lunges here. So that right foot comes forward, step it in, weight transfers to the right side, and then back out to high plank. Left foot comes forward. So back and forth here. Switching sides. Try to get that foot right up by the hinge and really get this stretch going, because from here, we're going to go into what are called groiners. And all we're doing is taking this exact movement and adding a little bit of cardio to it. So it'll be less of that stretch at the top of the movement and more of a sort of quick push off. Let's do one more each side. Step into it. And then again, find that high plank. All right, we're going to get into these groins. So again, it's a faster paced version of what we just did. So right foot forward, hop it back, and as you hop it back, the other foot is coming forward. So there's a period of time when it's really just the hands on the mat. You're still going to get that little bit of a stretch, but you should start to warm the body up and dig a little bit deeper. A little bit more power, a little bit more strength. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Step it out into high plank. Locking that form. And then back into those deep steps. So calming that movement down. Back into those alternating lunges. Transferring your weight to the heel that is in front. Let's go one more each side. And then go ahead and find that high plank. Butts down. Drop the hips into cobra. Give the shoulders a little break here. Tuck the toes back under, hips up to the ceiling. Walk them to your toes. All right, we're back to the top here. So, walk the hands out. High plank position. Let's go push up. Drop the hips into cobra. Breathe out. And then tuck the toes, draw the hips up towards the ceiling, and walk the hands back towards your toes. Again, full rep here. Walk them out to high plank. Push up. Everything should be awake by now. Hips to the mat for cobra. Breathe it out, breathe it in. Here we go, last piece of the puzzle. Toes under, hips up to the ceiling. Walk the hands back towards your toes. And go ahead and pause here. Exhale, let your torso drop into the stretch. Roll the shoulders up towards the ceiling and shake things out. I'm going to call that part 1, our sort of warm-up round is done. So, grab some water. We're going to be up on our feet for this next round. See, it's a little crazy combo. Just when you think you're stretching, you're really getting ready for some pointers. So here's what we're getting into. Another combo set of exercises, stretches, strength, and cardio. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in a wide step. We're going to go into a little bit of that stretch that we typically do at the start of the workout, just that side to side. Keep it nice and gentle first, that side to side lunge. Push the butt back behind you, but keep your chest nice and tall. Get a little bit deeper into it. Your fingertips can sort of rest on the top of your knees here to give you a little bit more of a purposeful movement. Push that butt back just a little bit more. Really getting that stretch on. All right, keep with that side-to-side motion and start to draw your butt forward again. So you're standing taller, shoulders are up now. Here we go. We're going to go into actual deep side lunges here. So whenever you're ready, take that stretch and drop it into a deep side lunge. Take it nice and slow. Hips should be a little bit more open here, but we're really digging deep for this side lunge. This is one of those no rest rounds, so stick with me here. We're coming up on a little bit of a hold. Go ahead and center the hips in between the legs. We're going to go down into that sumo squat and pull. Nice and slow here. Wake up those quads, get everything burning a little bit before we dive into this next piece of the puzzle. We're going to go into a little bit of a lunge round here. 10 more seconds. Hold tight. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up nice and tall. All right, here's what we're going to do. You're going to step it back with the right leg into a split stance. So nice wide stance, boom. What we're going to do is we're going to go down into that lunge, up, and you're going to reach to stretch. It's super subtle. Don't throw yourself off balance. Down into that split stance lunge and reach to the other side. And again, super subtle here. Don't throw yourself off balance. As you reach, try to exhale to give yourself a little bit more stretching space through the torso. And down. Let's go one more each side, then we'll switch sides. Down and reach. Awesome. Go ahead and switch sides. So that right foot comes forward, left foot behind. Split stance lunge and reach. Exhaling on the reach. We're going through a little bit of a lunge series here, so we're going to sort of climb in challenge, climb in power, but still focusing on sort of lengthening those muscles, feeling like we can sort of cruise through these starter exercises. 5 seconds, and we're going to switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. All right, left leg's back. This time, reverse lunge, knee drive. Reverse lunge and knee drive. And I want you taking a big step back here, as big as is comfortable for you. So you might sort of hit a little bit wider angles than that 90 degree. That's okay. Pull that knee forward and drive it in. Yes. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Reverse lunge with that left leg and drive that knee forward. Yes. Awesome. All right, we're coming up on a little bit of a power push here. Now that the legs are awake and probably feeling a little bit of the heat, in 10 seconds, we're going into a jump lunge exercise. That's in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Jump lunge. So step it back. Jump. The center. Yes. We want to sort of use this round. Remember to really get the body going. Pump everything up. A couple more notches. Yeah. Awesome. Keep pushing 10 seconds. And then we're back into that wide stance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up nice and tall, heart rate's up, wide stance, back into that stretch. Little pushes side to side. You're still gonna feel that burn, no doubt. Start to push your butt back behind you. Get a little bit more of that stretch through the back side of your legs and up the inner side of your thighs. Hold strong. Work the butt forward again so you're standing nice and tall. All right, grab that deep lunge. Come on. Legs are burning. Pushing that butt back behind you. Sitting deep into that lunge. Adjust feet as necessary. Yeah. Come on, keep pushing. We're almost there. 10 seconds. We've got our sumo pulses. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop into your sumo pulse. Pulse it out. Yeah. Stick with it, stick with it. Keep that butt low. A little bit lower if you can. 10 seconds. Yes. Come on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up and shake those legs out. Nicely done. Those thighs aren't burning. I don't know what. Whew. All right. The good news is our lunge series is done. It's exciting, right? All right. We're back down to the mat. We're going to bring a little bit more mobility into play here, but once again, we're going to sort of play with exercises and movements that you know and do. If at any point during any of this, a joint hurts, your ankle starts hurting, adjust accordingly. If you have an ankle out, just bring everything right back in, okay? No worries there. So, down onto the mat. We're going to start by stretching the body out here, getting ready for this circuit. We're just going to do some simple cat-cow here. Slow the breathing rate down. Take that deep breath in, tuck the chin, and roll the spine up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull the belly button towards the mat. So really try to take this exercise or this series of exercises to regain control of your breath after those jump lunges. We're not done with the strength training yet, but we're sort of resetting here. Tuck the tailbone. Purposeful conscious effort here. All right, go ahead and come to a neutral tabletop spine wherever you are. Lift those knees just up off the mat. We're going to hold that bear crawl position for a couple of seconds here. And then from here, we're going to go into a bent leg downward dog. So all you're going to do is push the hips up towards the ceiling, up and back. Knees still bent. And then draw the hips forward. Draw the knees close to the mat, but not touching. And move through that exercise with some conscious effort on your core doing the work here. If you feel comfortable with it, you can straighten those legs out in the downward dog position. Only if you're comfortable with it. This is a tight down dog, so it might be a little bit too much pressure on the calves and hamstrings, but give it a shot, see how you feel. And always adjust according to what your body is telling you. Stick with it. We've got some time in these exercises this round. So we're going to see the burn, feel the burn. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring those knees down to the mat. All right, here we go. Straighten that right leg out behind you. We're going to go into a glute kickback series. So you're going to lift that straight right leg down to the mat, and then I want you to arc it. Slide the toe out to the side, to the right side of the body, and then back for the glute kickback. So working hamstrings and butt here, but also working in a little bit of hip mobility. So I'm just going to turn here because this is where we're going to start playing some games with movements that we already know. But again, we have plenty of time here. So keep with that straight leg. Kick it up, heel towards the ceiling. Arc it out to the side. And right back to the start. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. I want you to arc it out to the side. And once you're there, toes down, put the heel down, and go ahead and lift the chest up so you're in a half kneeling position with the right leg out to the side, and start with some sit back here. So we're going to start to have a little bit of fun with the hips, with that stretch. So your right leg is out to the side. Your choice on what the left toe is doing here. I like to have my toes tucked under. It feels more comfortable for me, but if you have super flexible ankles, you can sort of lay the foot flat on the ground and sit all the way back there. But really what you're going to start to feel is that burn in the left quad. Stick with it. Yeah. Couple more seconds here. Sitting that butt all the way back, squeeze the glutes and draw the hips forward. 3, 2, 1 more sit back. All right, so we're back up on the knee. What I want you to do is carefully draw that right foot forward, bend the knee, and we're gonna go into a hip stretch series. So you're bending the right knee and draw your weight towards that right heel. Hands can go down at your sides if you need a little bit of balance here. Little bit of pressure drawing the hips towards that front heel. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to lift that back knee up off the ground. So toes are on the mat, lift the back knee up. Little seesaws forward with that left toe. Getting that big time hip flexor stretch in here. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop that knee back to the ground. And you're going to sit back over that knee. Straighten out your right leg. And stretch through that front hamstring. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax both knees. Both knees back on the mat. Let's hop back over to that kick back and arch series. The left leg back behind you. Straight leg, kick up, and then arc that foot to the side. Back, lift, and arch. So now we switch sides over to the left leg. Conscious effort here to keep the hips and shoulders facing the mat. Arcing to the front and right back out. Looking for a little bit more mobility with each kick to the side. Of course, your hamstrings and glutes are taking the brunt of the work here. Keep it going. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Arc it out to the side. I'm going to turn. So that left foot is out to the side. Heel goes down. Bring the chest up nice and tall and right into sit back. So now the right knee is on the ground. That quad is working. The left toe and heel are on the ground. Just adding to that stretch, adding a little bit of support to this balancing act. Sit it back and draw the hips forward. Again, conscious effort here. So as you draw the hips forward, I want you paying attention to what the glutes are doing, right? You want to squeeze at the top. You don't want to necessarily squeeze so hard that you're tilting the hips forward. But you want to kind of come up and feel that wall of core strength and lower back stability. Boom. Stick with it. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Give me 1 more. Go to the front and then slide that left foot forward. Bend the left knee. And go ahead and let your body weight move forward towards that left heel into that deep stretch through the hip flexors. Nicely done here. We're getting closer and closer to that finish line. Go ahead and pick up that back right knee off the ground and little seesaws with your foot. Pushing forward just really, really gently here, just adding some movement to the mobility work, not letting anything get stuck in place. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop that right knee to the ground and sit back over it. Stretch out that front hamstring. We're getting there, we're getting there. All right, I'm going to turn so you can see what's happening. We're going to retrace a few of our steps here. All right, go ahead and relax the right knee and bring that knee back into place so you're back in tabletop. Sit it back in child's pose just for a moment here. And what I want you to do is alternate stretching the shoulders. So you're going to shoot that right hand underneath the left armpit and drop the shoulders to the ground. And then back to the center. Switch sides. Left hand goes under. Back to the center. One more each side. Reach. So little bits of movement in these deep mobility drills. Super good for core strength and strength in general. All right, back to the center. Go ahead and draw those shoulders back up to you're on all fours in tabletop. Knees up off the mat, back into bear crawl. Keep the knees bent, and you're going to lift the hips into a bent knee down dog. And then draw the hips forward, back down towards the mat. I want you to pull your focus into your core here. So yes, there's a lot of joints moving, but I want you to lock in that core strength, especially as those knees approach the mat. If you're comfortable with it, you can straighten those legs out as you go up into down dog. Only if it's comfortable for you, otherwise go ahead and maintain that bent knee position. And back to the center. Here we go. Let's go up for 3. Down to the mat. Up for 2. Down to the mat. One more. Hips up. Back down to the mat. Hold that bear crawl for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it out into high plank. All right, here we go. Give me a push-up. Drop the hips to the mat into cobra. Stretch the arms. Toes under, lift the hips. And go ahead and walk the hands towards your toes. That inchworm. We're going to do a couple more reps here, so walk them back out. Give me a push-up. Hips down. Stretch it out. Deep breath in. And then when you're ready, lift those hips up towards the ceiling and walk your hands towards your toes. Walk them out. Last breath. Here we go. Push up. Hips to the mat. Lift the chest and chin. Stretch through those abs. Toes under. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Walk the hands towards your toes. And pause there. Go ahead and focus on your breathing. You should feel like you're deeper in this forward fold than you were when we first started. Go ahead and roll those shoulders gently up to the ceiling. Big shoulder rolls back behind you. And all I want you to do now is tilt that chin up towards the ceiling. Nothing drastic. The chin hurts. And then let the right ear drop towards the shoulder. Give me a couple of slow, controlled neck rolls to the right. And to the left. Shake those shoulders out. Happy Saturday mobility and hip. I'm feeling my quads. That's